Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to go through some of the news items and and the importance of paying attention to the weather here as well. So we'll just get through here. Trump did pass the one beautiful bill through the Senate yesterday, and it sounds like that is it's actually going. It appears to be pretty good for ag. It's going to help the farms a little bit down there, but I think that the more critical thing is that the amount of debt that it might be adding. Now, there's both sides of that as well. Where if the debt is, can it be managed by increased productivity? And he's definitely trying to do that with trying to make sure everything is made at home kind of scenario. So the idea is great, but his lack of being able to put the thumb on a lot of these countries, as he's only got one trade deal done so far. Um, the use of the canola in the feedstocks to produce a bio fuel is still intact, and sounds like it's going to be still supporting canola, and you can see that in the charts as well. But West Texas crude oil futures are still in the mid 60s, and it's still holding out in that area, even while there's a OPEC meeting coming up here right away. Dollar uh, is actually, it's saying steady here, but it looks like it's more in a downward trajectory right now, for sure. Palm oil is following the soybean oil up. We'll just have a quick look at the weather here. This temperatures that are highlighted in, I'm going to say the soybean key growing areas, um, is warm, but I'm not too worried about that heat. But you're more worried about the lack of moisture when you get this heat. And there's some areas highlighted on this map here that's saying we could be running into some issues here, right here, if there isn't enough moisture there. But I think there's enough soil moisture there. Now, we're just looking at where the systems are coming over, and these are the risk of thunder showers are all as you ride on top of that ridge. So that might be the only way that we get enough moisture to sustain these crops at the stage that we're at. Uh, Here's your, I think BAM Weather put this out, and it's just a great big bullseye over some of the key soybean growing areas, corn growing areas as well. And if they don't get the moisture that they need, could be an issue. The active radar just showing basically these thunder showers that are just going across the national. This is just 7 days, and the last 7 days of moisture, and you can see that there isn't a great amount of moisture, but as long as it can beat the heat. Here's your 0 to 5, your temperature anomaly. So you're going to say all but Texas is the only area that doesn't have the moisture or the heat, and the same with the uh, 5 to 10, and then the 10 to 15. It seems to just keeps on holding on here. Soil moisture, total soil moisture, and you can see that a good part of Manitoba and all of southern Saskatchewan appear with a few pockets that got higher moisture in earlier on are in some sort of moisture deficit, and then same thing in the percent of total soil moisture as well. But I can say what I have seen in the area of traveling, the crops look fantastic at this stage. Now, are we going to have and continue to get our thunder showers that we need to keep, or very timely rains to keep the plants growing at the pace that they are, and the growth that they have as well. You can see that there isn't a whole lot of moisture going all the way out to the 15th, but hopefully it's enough to keep this crop growing. Same thing with the GFS. There's some lacking in some areas there as well. Let's just have a look at the market here now. You've got canola up 12, European rapeseed is flat, soybean oil is up as well, and soybeans just slightly up, and the wheats are basically flat. So if you have a look at this chart, we're kind of in the middle of the top end of this range here. Really, if we were to do anything, enter into anything, it's nothing is really standing out of the page. We're not breaking out of any ranges, and yet when you look at the European rapeseed, we definitely are breaking out of the range, and it's downward, and a lot of that could be just a decent harvest and harvest pressure starting to come on. Soybean oil futures, like I said, it's trading up, but it's, if you were to just look at the range where it is, it's in the middle of the range on the way up here. Soybeans, on the other hand, are just trading above the support line that I have on here. Crude oil, looking for some direction here as well. That OPEC meeting might give us a little bit of direction. Now, not that I want it higher. I would rather see it lower prices, but Canadian dollar still in this upward trend in this channel going back up here. And it's the opposite when you look at the US dollar index. It's doing nothing but going down here. Wheat, kind of in the middle of this range right here. It's really, it's off its highs, but it's not making new lows or anything either. So it's not overly concerning. But there's harvest in Kansas as we speak. So when wheat is getting harvested, it creates harvest pressure, and there's no real problems with that harvest over there. I think it's 20-some%, in Kansas alone is greater than that. Here's your Chicago wheat, and your corn futures just continue to have this pressure going down. At some point, this is going to be a buy, but this is normal timeline where corn futures tend to drop off. And that's all I have for you today.